Termed the cryptocurrency trial of the century, the Ripple vs. SEC lawsuit seems to be the order of the day when it comes to news updates within the crypto industry. But suppose we're to take a moment to think about what happens right after the lawsuit settles. In that case, we could take a wild guess as to where this innovative blockchain tech, hampered by the regulatory uncertainty that clouds the US crypto space, is headed. Despite the introduction of its JPM coin, the American multinational investment bank and global leader in financial service solutions, JPMorgan Chase, the Jamie Dixon-led financial conglomerate is still bullish about the XRP coin. JPMorgan has predicted that should the fintech startup win the SEC lawsuit, that would see the resumption of XRP trading activities on major cryptocurrency exchanges like Coinbase. As such, the Ripple coin will be poised for significant adoption and thus an explosive price pump. Thanks for watching Make Money Online. If you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on post notifications. We'll be right back after this.
GSX is an unprecedented financial asset that combines the best elements of a traditional investment with the backing of a stablecoin and the use cases of many of the largest decentralized currencies like XRP.
When the Ripple vs. SEC lawsuit eventually comes to an end, because it will surely come to an end, when we have that regulatory clarity on how to interact with the XRP token, investors will immediately start buying and anticipating a price bump for XRP once the coin is relisted on these major exchanges. With institutions and retail investors having the liberty to buy XRP, Ripple's on-demand liquidity functionality experiencing some explosive adoption, the value of XRP is bound to hit significant highs. JPMorgan Chase, the New York-based financial services holding company, during the release of its North America Equity Research Report, published earlier this month, had placed the Ripple asset at the forefront, even ahead of its JPM coin, as it goes forth to state that the Ripple token is set to hit significant highs once the lawsuit settles. JPM started its report by introducing XRP as an enhanced digital asset created to facilitate transactions on the Ripple blockchain, otherwise known as the XRP ledger. The said JPMorgan documentation even went a step ahead to describe XRP's uniqueness in comparison to conventional stablecoins, while borrowing a similar assertion earlier made by Ripple's Senior Director of Global Operations, Emi Yoshikawa, who had earlier stated that the role of XRP as a bridge asset in an international settlement is not competing with stablecoins, but on the contrary, it's complementary. XRP is not pegged to an underlying currency or physical asset, unlike stablecoins, which follow their underlying currency's volatility. Moving on to the case of the continuing lawsuit between the SEC and Ripple on the actual status of the XRP token, the JPMorgan report refers to the Howey test as the final objective, while almost ruling out the likelihood of a Ripple win in this lawsuit. However, most experts believe that the Howey test is outdated and not fit to serve as a benchmark for regulating an emerging asset class such as cryptocurrencies. Following the conditions defined by the Howey test, an investment contract only exists when the following four conditions are met, considering any given investment: involving an investment of money in a common enterprise with an expectation of profit to be derived from the efforts of others. Therefore, for the SEC to win this lawsuit, the presiding magistrate over the fact discovery process, Judge Sarah Nedburn, must determine in all certainty that all of the conditions mentioned are met, with the resolution that Ripple will most likely win the lawsuit if any of these points fail to be completed. On that note, the global investment bank has predicted that a win for Ripple in the SEC lawsuit, XRP trading will immediately resume on these major exchanges. That will surely see the Ripple asset heading for significant adoption at high price value. So, in a nutshell, what JPMorgan is trying to tell us is that, contrary to popular belief, the lawsuit against XRP was more of a blessing than a curse, but that point is only valid should Ripple win the case. In the same light, famous XRP lawyer and partner at Hogan & Hogan, attorney Jeremy Hogan, is back with an assertion that the SEC seeks global recognition, or, in his exact words, global domination. The pro-XRP attorney also discusses the behind-the-scenes events surrounding the Ripple vs. SEC lawsuit. With the growing concerns around stablecoins and decentralized finance platforms worldwide, the SEC's campaign is going global. Given the close of the fact discovery date, Ripple has been ordered by Judge Sarah Nedburn, who had granted the SEC's motion to compel the defendant to search and produce video and audio recordings of internal meetings engaged by the crypto firm. Even though it was a text-only order, the court's injunction had limitations as described here. Accordingly, Judge Sarah Nedburn ruled as follows. The previous search conducted by the defendant to produce media recordings of Ripple's meetings as earlier demanded were regarded to be inadequate given the circumstances. However, just as the court acknowledges that a human review of the tapes may be unreasonable, thus a proper search in that regard could include automated transcriptions of recordings, primarily those similar to the same technology used to transcribe voicemail messages into text, and the use of search terms. Following that trend, Ripple was ordered by the court to conduct a reasonable search of the relevant video and audio tape recordings, as the vechain software development company is expected to undertake such efforts without delay. Because Ripple had earlier stated that it had over 4,000 recordings, both the SEC and Ripple were ordered to meet and confer to determine whether there exist specific timeframes when recordings are most likely to be responsive to the SEC's discovery demands. An example of this is that meetings in the weeks that preceded dates of significance may generate more probative material than those held at other times. While commenting on the suit from a few months ago, Attorney Hogan mentioned that a failed settlement in June could see the lawsuit extending further into 2022, since the court must first dispense with the discovery of the facts. Attorney Hogan further opines that if the court rules in favor of XRP, it'll have gone against this dictum in the Howey test case. Heading over to the technical, if we're to look at the rally on the XRP chart from back in September, we could see a significant spike in price. Since that rally represents the same one before the capitulation back in 2018 that led to the bottom of the Bitcoin bear market, which eventually transitioned the market into newer all-time highs. Individuals who hold XRP continue to request that the court grant them an audience so they can offer their meaningful perspective in the ongoing lawsuit between Ripple and the SEC. Now under scrutiny by members of US Congress, this group of XRP proponents, and the general public, this lawsuit has taken more twists and turns than had been imagined. While attorneys are closely monitoring the case within the financial and crypto space, regulators in the US market continue to grapple with regulating the cryptocurrency asset class. And this close supervision arises from the SEC's many regulatory inconsistencies, such as the event that got the US financial watchdog suing the issuers of the Ripple token for selling these assets as unregistered securities. In contrast, other assets subject to similar sale procedures such as Bitcoin and Ether have avoided that label. With XRP's current standing, we'll have to look to see if there's going to be some breakout into the newer all-time highs. For example, doubling down on top of the all-time high with a bull flag breakout backtest. Even though there has been some significant short-term price movements across the board regarding these cryptocurrency prices, the bulk of the implications may play out in the long term. For that reason, it's worth examining what this means for cryptocurrencies across the board, in addition to how theoretical and practical debates regarding blockchain, cryptocurrencies, and decentralization are already playing out. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on bell notifications. We also have a free Discord group where we share daily signals, and now you can also support us on Patreon. We have a special offer for our first 100 members, only $9.99 for our VIP Discord channels, where we share much more in-depth analysis and even one-on-one sessions. And make sure you check out the GSX competition for your chance to win big. Links are below, and if you have any questions, drop us a comment. And we'll see you next time.
Hollywood perfect. That's how it goes. Hollywood perfect.